The air in the Willow Run assembly plant in Michigan was a physical weight. It was a roar composed of 10,000 hammers, the hiss of hydraulic presses, and the rhythmic, metallic scream of saws cutting through aluminum. For Rose, a 22-year-old who had left her family's quiet farm in Kentucky, the factory was a mechanical cathedral. She stood on a scaffolding platform, her hair tucked tightly under a polka-dot bandana. In her hand was a pneumatic riveting gun, a tool she had named the woodpecker. "Ready, Rose?" Her partner, Martha, shouted over the din. Martha held the bucking bar on the other side of the B-24 Liberator's wing section. "Ready!" Rose yelled back. Rat-dash-tat-dash-tat-dash-tat-dash-tat. The gun bucked against her shoulder, a vibration that traveled through her bones. Rose didn't mind the bruise forming on her arm. Every rivet she drove was a stitch in the armor of a boy she might never meet. She thought of her brother, Sam, somewhere in the Pacific, as she drove the metal home with a fierce, quiet intensity. In the 1940s, Willow Run was a miracle. A massive bomber, a machine made of over 1 million parts, rolled off the assembly line every 60 minutes. It was the arsenal of democracy, powered largely by women who had never touched a power tool before the Pearl Harbor attack. Break time. The foreman's whistle shrieked. Rose climbed down, her muscles aching. She sat on a wooden crate, her hands trembling slightly from the vibration of the gun. She pulled a crumpled letter from her pocket. It was from Sam. It was short, censored by the military with thick black lines, but one sentence remained clear. "The planes you're building look like angels when they fly over us, sis. Keep 'em coming." She looked up at the ceiling, where the giant fuselages of bombers hung from overhead cranes like silver whales. Before the war, Rose had been told her place was in the kitchen or the garden. Now, she was building the machines that would decide the fate of the world. "You think we can go back?" Martha asked, wiping grease from her forehead. "I mean, after this, to just folding laundry and waiting for the mail?" Rose looked at her calloused palms and the grease under her fingernails. She felt a strength she hadn't known she possessed, a realization that the world had changed, and she had changed with it. "I don't think anyone is going back, Martha," Rose said softly. "The doors are open now. You can't just bolt them shut again." The whistle blew again. Rose stood up, adjusted her bandana, and climbed back onto the scaffolding. She picked up the woodpecker and felt the cold steel in her grip. As the first rivet of the afternoon bit into the wing, Rose realized that while the men were fighting for the world on the front lines, the women were building a new world right here on the factory floor. The roar of the plant started again, a symphony of industry that drowned out the silence of the past. Rose leaned into the work, driving the rivets in a steady, unbreakable rhythm, the heartbeat of a nation that had finally found its strength.